Hi guys, EBPMAN with tabletsforme.com, and today we're going to do an unboxing of the iPhone 5. Let's see what's in the box and what's all the hype about. So let's go ahead and open. This is a black 64 gig model. Alright, so here we have a iPhone 5. We'll take a look around the sides just for a second just to see if there's any scratches. Some folks have been complaining that there's been scratching when they receive the iPhone. I don't see any scratches, nothing's apparent. I'll look in the back. Don't see anything, although I find this interesting that it has this kind of smudging here on the plastic. Typically the quality of the products that you open up from Apple are pretty high, so you don't typically see this. Not a big deal, but definitely you can see that there's some smudging there. So we'll put the iPhone on the side. Inside you have a small user guide, very, very small, not much there. You have your charger. You have your new, I don't know if some people hate it, some people love it, cable, but it really means that all your accessories will no longer work, especially if you have let's say like a clock radio where you can connect your iPhone, or you have a car charger that you have an integrated cable. So definitely this is going to be high in demand, and you can see that it's supposed to be universal, so it doesn't matter how you insert it. There's no wrong way to insert it because it has contacts on both sides. You have the new headsets, again newly designed. They are said to sound better. So that's what's in the box, guys. We'll be doing some speed tests and comparing it to the Samsung Galaxy S3, and also taking a look at the hardware. Right, so let's take a look at the iPhone before we start it up. Not much has changed with the device. You have this is your mute button here, so when you want it to vibrate, you just shift this over. That's on and that's off. You have your volume rocker up and down. On the sides, or on the top, you have your power up button. This is where you power it up. On the bottom, one of the things that have changed is now that you have the speaker jack is on the bottom, so this is where you plug in your headphone. And then also what you have is you have the speakers now on the bottom, and that's the new plug. So the plug is significantly smaller. What's changed in the device, and we'll be looking at it as it compares to the iPhone 4S, is pretty much that we don't have a glass back as you used to. You still have a flash and a camera in the back, as well as you have one in the front that is now in the center. And then you also then have, I would say, here's your port for your SIM card. And one of the things about the SIM card in this device that it is the small SIM. It's that micro SIM or nano SIM that some people are calling it. So that's different, and according to Apple, they did that to save space. Really, all they did is cut it down. It's not a different SIM; it's just a smaller SIM. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it looks like when you turn it on. So we'll press that on. Again, this is going to have iOS 6 from the get-go. You have your center button, which is your home button, very similar to all iPhones. The startup process doesn't seem that much faster than an iPhone 4, but we'll compare them in a bit. As you can see, it does take longer than I would have thought for the new iPhone. There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and swipe. We're going to start with English. Go to the next. United States. Next. So I connected it to my network. You'll see it's connected. This happens to be an At&t phone, and it's activating the phone. I'll enable location services. I'm not paranoid about that. I will pretty much set this up as a new iPhone, or actually do a restore a little bit later. I'll do this process all over again in a bit. And I will basically sign up. The next thing is to sign up with your Apple ID, so we'll go ahead and do that. I put in my Apple ID. You now have the terms and conditions, which you can read if you choose. Just agree. Agree again. And right now what it's doing is it's just going to be synchronizing this based on the apps that I have on the store. I'm not going to use iCloud right now, so I'm going to say don't use it. I can do this later. Let's see. It'll ask you, a couple seconds ago, it was asking me how do I want to be contacted. I had multiple email accounts and multiple iDevices, so I went ahead and straightened that out here. I'm going to say I am going to use Siri, and I'm not looking for any diagnostic usage to be sent, not on my dime, so I'll say next, and I will go ahead and register with Apple. And now what I'll do is finally start using the iPhone. Alright, so it's going to go ahead and set itself up. Some of the things that I'll just highlight are the fact that, you know, the iPhone is a little bit taller. We'll go over some of the specs in a little bit later. But as you see, that was a setup process. That's what you come to. Really not a lot on the device since I really didn't restore it from another phone. But what we'll do is we'll play with it and we'll do a speed comparison later.